Hi, my name is Deborah Thompson, and I wanted to share with you my journey um, and research and how I got to this place. Since I could remember, I had a love for education, and when I was a child, I would play school, and no one else could be the teacher but me. And so as I grew up and I got into high school, I had a wonderful guidance counselor who supported me enough and recommended that I attend college and pursue my desire to be a teacher and college. And so what he did was he recommended me for a 4-year scholarship, and I went to Medaille College. My concentration at Medaille was K through 12 and education for inner city school, and I really enjoyed it a lot. And after graduating from Medaille, I pursued my career in teaching, and I started out as a pre-K teacher. I did that for about 4 to 5 years, and then I moved to kindergarten teaching. And I did that for about 3.5 years. And after working with them, I enjoyed it a lot. There were a lot of support systems from the parents. They were there. But one of the things I did notice that the male students, the minority male students, seemed to be challenged even at that level, at a pre-K. It was always a struggle. I met with the parents a lot to ensure that the kids would complete their program and go into school. So I decided after working in early childhood that I would pursue working with teenagers. And the reason why I kind of did this whole tracking of different age groups is that I wanted to be really well rounded as a professional in terms of education to ensure that I had a great understanding of the populations that I serve. And what I found when I decided to work with teenagers, I was doing this through a mentorship program for reading, after school program. And I still note that the challenge was with the minority students, the male students in particular. They really, really struggled to not let the outside influences affect them staying in the program. They really struggled with staying in school. They really struggled in terms of mastering education. So I kind of kept that in my heart of something that I think I should pursue further in my career. So my goal was to have a better understanding of what some of the factors would be that cause them not to be as motivated and determined to graduate or to pursue their education or to complete school. I was not only both intrigued, I was concerned, and I wanted to start just for the fun of it to start researching and reading more articles as to what some of the causes would be for this particular population not succeeding in school. After that, I did decide to pursue my master's degree in education, and I did that in adult education this time. And so now, with the experience from teaching the K through 12 age level, which would be the pre-K, the early childhood center, the early childhood education, and then the teenagers, um, I thought that there is a direct correlation between how kids are how they're introduced to education through their own personal environment. So I wanted to understand some of the dynamics that the adult students experience, and to see what their challenges were in terms of completing school, and specifically the male students, the male adult students. And what I found out is that a lot of times their challenges with education was because it was either generational, that a lot of the family members did not complete college, did not believe that did not go to school, did not complete high school, did not believe that education was first and foremost. So um, I really wanted to just figure that out and how it really played a significant role in why uh, minority men in general typically do not follow through when it comes to going to school. I started working with some of my colleagues, and I got talking to experts in the field who work with at risk minority youth and specifically males. Some of the professionals I dealt with were men who worked with young males who were incarcerated who wanted to re-enter back into school or back into the workforce, and some of the challenges they faced as they tried to get back into school, trying to find the services and trying to keep them motivated from the influences in their community. I also currently I'm employed here at the UB EOC, and I'm the director for the instructional unit here at EOC, and I work directly with the faculty, and our job is to really make sure that we have the type of curriculum and quality services that would support our students, but mainly to support and encourage more males to come back to school. The mission of the EOC is to help people become more self-sufficient, self-directed, empowered, committed to excellence, lifelong learners, and we predominantly work with the residents in the surrounding Buffalo community to provide them with a wide range of services and that are designed to help them academically and vocationally succeed on their quest for self-sufficiency. And our population typically is 17 to 50 years of age on average, and the predominant population being minority females. And when I say that, minority females, that was my trigger. The population of males, minority males, typically when they come to the EOC, they will enroll, and they might last a quarter, 7 weeks, and then for whatever reason they would drop out. So because of this reason, it's really intrigued me to want to conduct more research to have a better understanding, so that me personally as a professional, as a person that oversees the instructional unit, would be able to not only empower myself to have a better understanding of population, but to also find the appropriate resources to also help to implement things that would develop our faculty professionally to understand the population that we serve, to identify the indicators that hinder, the barriers, the challenges, the things that our male students face on a daily that stop them from either being motivated to come to school or determined to complete a program. I believe that a course such as this, a qualitative research course, will give me the necessary tools that I need to really focus my research in a very specific manner, and to be able to use that research to influence service delivery here in our unit, or to help me to provide the support mechanisms for my colleagues. I'm really intrigued by it, and I have off and on, looked at articles, talked to professionals, even had an idea at one point to do a gender-sensitive classroom to just see if there was a difference between when males have male role models in the classroom, would that impact them. One of the things I noted is through the years of me teaching was that a lot of times the kids' only influences were not necessarily males in the home, but their mothers, their grandmothers, their siblings, more female role models. And so I think sometimes that might have an effect as to why male students are not as engaged in learning and completing their education. So I really am looking forward to this class. I'm hoping that I gain strategies on how to conduct research in the most appropriate way, to narrow down my focus, to identify a way in which I can assist the student population that we serve with the level of commitment that our mission stands for. And that is most definitely to help them learn to be self-sufficient. I'm Deborah Thompson, and I thank you for your time. Bye-bye.